I'm live right
So
now.
I at least have the privilege of only having like a 30 minute walk to school. So, like, that's how I solve my problem. I don't complain about it.
Real as
To
fuck.
you guys, I do, but
Yeah, but
not
we,
to the real world.
yeah, we're just a simulation, not playing. I'm just audio waves playing through your ears on a microphone at this point.
Yeah, me being at school pretty much.
uh,
But, um, no, I don't know. It's just like with you guys, it's like we pretty much say anything and everything. So it's like, as long as I haven't killed anyone, then
yeah. Even then, vouch. Maybe depends on your
you can let
justification, bro.
the
I'd hear you
intrusive
out.
thoughts win sometimes when you're around the boys.
Real,
Can't let them win in front of strangers.
also real. I guess I gotta start. Whoopsie.
It's kind of funny though, because it's super weird. Like, again, like if we're hanging out, like sometimes I don't realize if I say something dumb until like everyone's like, "What the fuck?" You know, that's usually like if they like if whoever I'm with reacts, then I think. But like when I'm around like kids, like if I'm talking to like a kid at like someone else in my class, and like I say something like just like mediocre, just nothing, and I'm like, oh, I said something like that was weird. Like that's when, like anything I say is weird. It's like the exact opposite. But I guess that just has to do with the whoever I'm talking to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of it's just who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Not like I'm saying you're surrounding yourself with bad people, but like in public, the
No,
people around you.
I just
Yeah.
have to act a different way when I'm at school, which is not
Social
like,
norms and stuff.
yeah. But even at school, I'm
Like I'm
still
not making as many. Well, I'm not making the Nazi jokes like I am here, in
no,
public.
God no. But it's also, it's not like I have to like bite my tongue either. It's just like my brain just goes to a different place where I have to say different words and nod my head and go, oh, okay, yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point.
That's when like I'm really like, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but like if I'm really high and it's like I'm reading an article or like watching a video about someone getting in trouble for something, like I don't know, let's say it's like a a domestic violence case or whatever. Let's just say like the Hockey Canada stuff, for example. It's like if I'm baked, I'm like always questioning if like whether I'm like capable of doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only thinking this because I'm by myself. But then like when I go out into the real world, like I'm like, oh no, like I would never do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh okay, like now that I'm like in a classroom like full of strangers I don't know, I'm like, why would I do that? You know?
That's a very social aware observation.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
Yeah, I feel like that's normal. I just like
Trust me,
there's
that
not a
is
word
not.
for it.
People are just like
Capture the hard point.
so happy to just live the way they are and go about their day, not aware of anything, I guess. But I don't
Yeah,
know,
ignorance is
for
bliss.
real. But I don't know. I've always had this like kind of not a mantra, but this little bit of a vibe where it's like a lot of the stress I have about being unaware keeps me aware and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Not like it's like stress going bald, fucking losing my mind, but there's always that thing
I
that's
know,
like
yeah.
hanging over. Like,
It's
you,
like a thought in the back of your head,
yeah,
just kind of looming over you all the time. It's like, hey, hey, hey.
always gotta reflect.
Stand by.
Just be aware of the decisions you make and stuff. And if you if you do end up making poor decisions, you just gotta be aware that they were poor, and then know what to do to not do them again, and learn. Or if you do them again, then yeah, I don't know. You gotta break those habits and shit.
I was thinking about this kind of as like a joke, where like
Hardpoint compromised.
when you're really drunk, like words just kind of like fall out of your mouth, and there's like no way to stop it really. But like when you're really high, there's like a 4-step security process for words to get out of your head, where it's like, okay, like the first step is like, what do you want to talk about?
For
It's
real,
like,
you got that brain vacuum going,
it's
but like,
women. It's like, okay, you can talk about women. Okay, next step.
what do we want to say?
It's like, they can't drive. And it's like, okay, you're around the boys, I'll accept that. Like, so on and so forth. But like, that's pretty much how it is.
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
Like, drunk thoughts are sober feet. Like, drunk words are sober thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, shit like that. So, but when you're high, it's like, nothing. You're just...
It makes perfect sense in your brain. You just can't reflect it outward, I guess. That's where, I don't know, I've been pretty much baked since COVID started, so like,
not too far behind you on that one.
so like, yeah. I've taken like tea breaks and like shit like that here and there, and I didn't smoke when I worked at Chrysler and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. It's like most of the time when I'm struggling to get the words out, it's because my brain is also playing COD. But most of the time I can articulate okay.
Oh, when this is like if I'm at a party.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm like just kind of doing whatever, it's like I can function, like depending on how high I am. But like, I was thinking like more or less like you're out in public, and like, you have to be like, you know, an NPC, if you will.
Feel that, the NPC vibe. You gotta put that.
Yeah.
I can do that, but see, my NPC, I call it my autopilot. I don't know, same thing for me, but when I go autopilot, I have, like, for instance, there's two autopilots for me. There's like a social autopilot where I can be like super nice and like just not, I can carry a conversation and like, you know, just be a good person about it and all that shit. But then I have like a physical autopilot where I'm like driving and playing sports, where I wouldn't say it's autopilot. I just think I'm like so razor focused on what I'm doing that there's literally not a single thought except for like the mechanical movements of my body and what I'm doing. So it's just like I'm just concentrated, I guess. But it feels like I'm out of consciousness a bit. Like it feels like I'm just zoned the fuck out because I'm so unaware of like, I don't know, I'm unaware of everything except for what I'm doing and what's happening.
I don't, like, I definitely have like an autopilot of some sort when I like, you know, when I have to be, like you said, like super polite, nice, kind of like
Default character, you know? Yeah, I feel you.
I don't think I have multiple. I just like I have enough awareness to know what I should be and how I should be thinking about something at a certain time. So like if I'm at work and I have to get work done and it's like an important thing to do, then that's all I'll be focused on at that.
That's a good way to put it too. You can
I'm good
prioritize
enough at being able to prioritize my
your shit. Yeah.
shit. Like I'm
Bro's got it
lazy,
together.
and when I don't have to, like when I don't have to do anything, I don't do anything. But like when I have to do something, I can bear down for a few hours and be a normal person.
Yeah. My prioritization mentally is very... Physically, I don't really give a fuck. As long as, for like sports and stuff, I'll like eat well and like hydrate and stuff. But like for work, I'll just won't, like, I don't care if I'm tired. I'll just I got that dog in me, I'll put that physical autopilot on, and
Yeah.
I literally feel no pain, and like for the duration of whatever I'm doing in that, I'm like in beast mode for my own self at least.
You're
Like
kind
the
of just existing at that point,
yeah,
you know?
like the best COD I play is in this autopilot. The best lane swerving I've done is in this autopilot. The best hockey, the best biking is all like in this like super razor concentrated, like zoned out kind of thing.
Develop a tunnel vision,
Mm-hmm.
a makeshift tunnel vision. Just turn it on when you have to.
This is cool. I like thinking about how people structure their brains because like everybody is different. Like every experience is totally tailored to your own experience.
Yeah.
Everyone's brain at least. So unless someone has seen everything you've seen exactly the way you've seen it and thought it the exactly way you thought it, nobody has the same mental structure as you, which is just weird to think about.
Yeah. That's weird to think about.
Hardpoint. Stand by.
And so people's are just like all over the place. So there's no formulation in there. Not like you need any sort of structure, just like as long as it works for you.
To the hardpoint. Friendly
But like some people just like are all over the place in there. Like,
I always forget, do you have ADHD?
I do.
Yeah, see, I can't comprehend what it's like to live in a ADHD brain. Like that would drive me insane.
In what context? Like what are you really referring to here?
Like just the idea of you guys having like 8 million different thoughts running through your head at the same time, and like
Oh yeah. See like
just, I and this isn't definitely you, but there's also like kind of like different levels of ADHD. I don't know, that might not be the right way to
no,
describe
that's a good way to put it.
some people have it heavily, and
It's very
it
different for
It
everybody.
stresses me out to be around them.
Friendly UAV on station.
Like a good example is Ryan. Like when Ryan, like in high school, like before he was on Vivans,
30 seconds
and
remain.
whenever he wasn't on them, it was just like we couldn't watch a full movie. Like he didn't like just stop a movie midway and be like, no, I want to watch something else, and I'd be like,
Bruh.
and he'd do that like twice, and I'd just be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, because it's like, yeah, I can't argue with him about it, because he'll be like, well, why are, like what are you arguing for? It's like,
Yeah. It's just like gaslight.
so, yeah, it's like,
Friendly UAV online.
there's varying,
It affects people definitely,
it affects
yeah.
people differently, and so when it's kind of out in an aggressive way, it just stresses me out, and makes me uncomfortable. And
My
it's like not, I don't take it personal,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like, that's, I don't know.
I've definitely seen a lot of people that have that
It's not your choice.
sort of. My is like, I can't sit still, and I can't. So like, I don't know how to. This is weird to explain. For like school, I wasn't on any sort of ADHD meds until like late grade 12, pretty much, which is kind of fucked.
Yeah, you just smoked an insane amount of weeds. That's why you were just pretty much mellow all the time.
Yeah. But I kind of had to like figure out how to have that dog in me and just like work
Do
with
that.
it. So instead of like having multiple thoughts at once and like it overwhelming me and trying to like slow it down, I just like elevated my brain to be able to like process all of the thoughts at once, and then you know what I'm saying? So I can just like,
Yeah.
it helps me. So like when I don't know, like I'll have 2 videos going at the same time sometimes or something in gaming, or I'll have like Family Guy going while I'm watching like a documentary and gaming, and it's just like I'll retain the documentary better that way than if I were like in a classroom forced to like sit still and like
Yeah, because you're doing it on your own.
yeah, or like if I was like allowed to like do whatever in the classroom, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like listen to music, go on my phone, listen to.
In high
I
school,
don't know.
there was just something about like being told what to do, especially in class, where you're just like, I'm not gonna do this. Like I probably would like this movie, but like I don't. It's like now I have to do it for homework. Like I don't want to do that. No. Yeah, I know. Makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't take pride in it. I'm just glad that I don't have to um
It's just a thing you don't have to deal with. One less thing on
no,
the plate,
but it's
almost.
just like I'm glad that like especially in school, like I don't need like um not like prescribed to me, but like I don't feel the need to take anything like an Adderall or something to like focus. Like I can focus like
Yeah. What was
pretty.
cool is like I had to learn that any sort of way to focus before the meds, so I kind of like had it
Do you
not.
know what it's like
Yeah,
to have to think and comprehend without them? Yeah, it makes sense.
but I still had all the thoughts, so I really had to like. It took me I don't know. It was weird. It's just like I had to focus my thoughts and channel my tunnel vision, which is like
Yeah,
harder to do than just like taking in a lot of information, which is kind of weird to think about.
yeah. Like I don't think I thought of it in this exact way in high school, but it's crazy how like let's say like you're taking a test in class, like you're taking an exam. Like everyone's in the class doing the exact same exam, but it's like everyone everyone's thinking about like totally different things. Like no one has out of the 30 students in that class, no one has like well, there's parallel thinking, but no one has the same thought process, you know?
Yeah.
That's just
No
crazy.
one's robotic AI, just solving the problems. Like
I I'll
that's
give
how it
you
felt like when I started my
an
meds, and I've been on my meds though. Is like since I can channel my thoughts, the the meds when I like got on them, it's like until now even, it's just I can get into that tunnel vision so easy, and then when I like really get into that tunnel vision, I just like look at the clock, and I've been like grinding homework for like 4 hours, and I'm like, oh, I've done everything. That's cool.
Yeah, see, I don't have the longevity, but I also like kind of work my way around not having the longevity, which, so you know. So it's like I can grind 4 hours at once, so I'll do like, you know,
Hour
like
here and
an hour
there.
and a half twice a day. That's 4 hours, so it's, you know, it's like, yeah, I utilize the 24 hours in the day to get homework done.
See, that's my thing, is I feel like there's only like 6 hours of the day, and I feel it lingers over my head. And if I do something else before homework, or like while I have homework that needs to be done, um, I feel like I'm just like, I don't know what I feel. It just feels like almost guilty.
Oh, I just feel like I'm gonna I'm like, oh, like if you're like, I'll just be like, keep this up, dude. Like, you're just gonna fail. Like,
So that's why I always just like do my shit early in the morning. So then like the rest of the day, I'm like, ah, I could just game.
I mean, at this point in school, like I've kind of gotten a little bit of a system down where it's like work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
So, and it's also like
Whoops. I'm productive
like
AM, so.
trying to do school in the fucking in the heart of winter. It's just like my normal depression is mixing with my seasonal depression. I'm like, I don't want to do any of this shit, man.
Facts.
I don't want to write a 10-page essay. Like, fuck. But it's like, I'd kind of like to graduate this summer, so.
Real as fuck.
it's like also too, it's like I'd rather take that over like just blind confidence, cause like, you know, like I'll be stressed about something and then I'll see a TikTok of someone dropping out of school. I'm like, okay, could be worse.
Yeah. People are down bad, bro.
Like someone failed like 3 classes in a semester. I'm
See,
like,
what's
okay, like
what I've noticed is like kind of just clicked right now that I kind of realized this, but it makes sense just now. When people say you are who you surround yourself with, it's like the reason it always feels like we're struggling and shit is because when you look at it, everyone in our friend group is just like hella up in their own way. So when we're like doing our own thing, we're like, oh, we gotta get going because we're just like always around them. So we're like, that's our bar, at least, for lack of a better term. But then we like go to literally any other friend group and they're like, oh bro, I don't even know what I want to do next year and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Like I don't know, like it's either one of us is, you know, has a job that they want to do, or they're in school. So
yeah,
which is pretty much the ideal, like the 2 most ideal scenarios.
that ass.
So a lot of most, if not all of us, are pretty educated.
UAV ready to deploy.
Liam's probably the most educated out of all of us.
Like certificated wise, yes, yeah.
Counter UAV overhead.
So
Hostile UAV in the area.
On paper, literally the most educated, yes.
like he's closer to solving world hunger than any of us. You know?
In government eyes, yes. Not even down talking to him, just like
No. No, he's
you still have to know the shit to get those papers, right? So it's like
in like 5 to 10 years, him and Will are gonna be doing so much better than all of us.
for real. I mean, if Liam's dad will fix his damn ribs, I'll be doing the same as them pretty much, but I'll be doing AC.
Nice.
Because my goal, bro, well, the dream life would be like, oh my god, bro, middle class like Will, but I'll live alone, so like that is rich to like a loner. And then I'll move somewhere warm and do ACs for the rest of my life, and then I'll die working on AC units.
Like,
And
if you
I'll
make
have a fucking
75 if you make $75,000 a year, but like you don't have a family and you just live by yourself,
like
it's
that is
that's as rich as you need to be, man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's play money. That's fucking like Jesus.
You're not gonna get taxed too much on it.
Exactly. And if I do make more money, I can totally just make it cash because it's a trade job, so I can just
Do side hustles.
yeah.
Like,
I'm also
I
doing this
can't-
business thing so I can like do a business out of it so I don't have to be working for someone. I can like literally eventually just work.
Be independent.
Yeah, like I'll have a
Yeah.
passive income from that theoretically eventually, but I like the problem solving of the trades. It's just when I was younger and more angry, I couldn't do it. But wasn't for me at that time, but it's the co-op of COVID, it got cancelled through, and then we had to like
Yeah,
re-sign up at
because
all.
You were working, like you were supposed to work in Napoleon.
Hmm. They just cut all their apprentices
Yeah.
pretty much, except for their like 4th years. Oh, my back just cracked real nice. You wanna get shit on, boy? Oh, he doesn't. I really think, strongly think here, bro, they should cut the amount of hard points in the game in half and have more of like a cycle of maps. Because I've noticed it's like, there's so many different hills that it's like, by the time it re-loops, it's like the game's almost over. Like by the time it's back into that little room, three really good hard points. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Like, would that really be an issue? Would people be like, there's not enough hard points? Like, I don't think so.
Just make them different. Like it wouldn't be that hard
Make
to
them
make.
unique.
Not even just like make it like say here, pick 3 each game out of like a 9 hard point
It can't
pool.
be that hard to.
That's you know what I mean.
3 solid hard points, like, yeah.
That and like that's when the map will start to be stale though. So like I understand it. So like just make it as many hard points as you want, but just make it so every lobby you can only hit 3 of them. But say those are 3 random, but it's only those 3 random each time. You know what I mean?
In like a perfect world, you can kind of like rotate them per update.
So it's like this lobby will be the hardpoint ABC out of A B C D E F G H I, but then the next game we'll get like A H I out of like some random shit, and then like
I don't know if that would take away from their vacation time, but
I feel like some kid from like China could do it, and I don't know, like they're soldering iPhones together over there, bro.
yeah,
Like
but they can't leave because their own country traps them, you know? I'm sure there's some goated like
$1 billion
science
company like
kids.
Activision, they can get some devs, I feel.
Like, if you could just like fire all your devs and just like try
Open
and, like,
source it.
just get these Chinese kids to work for like literally give them like $30 an hour and they'll do the most godly work for
Oh
you.
my God.
Like,
You know what? When you said that, for some reason, some like edit in my head being like, the products we have now, and it was just showing like crazy inventions from like Chinese sweatshops that we have, like iPhones and stuff, and then it's like, give them $30 an hour, and then it's like the future.
we'll solve racism for $30 an hour. Dude.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, bro. Mind you though, China, were they the first ones to successfully like implement a fully artificial heart into somebody, or am I tripping?
that's a good guess.
I think it was China.
Yeah, like China usually puts off doing that sort of stuff.
It might have been Japan. I don't know, one of the hyper science places.
We're done. I would guess to go like if it's like North Korea, that'd be pretty funny. So it'd be like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's just a bomb. Literally a nuclear reactor core in it.
Yeah.
Mission failed. Return to base.
No way. On January 7th, 2011 in UC San Diego Medical Center. So it's just some upper California hospital, I guess.
Yeah.
4-hour procedure. The patient's dead heart was completely removed and replaced by a life-saving device that rapidly restored blood flow to his entire body. Holy. Tech is crazy. Like, if you can just get a new heart when you die, like, bruh.
I had to read a book last year and write a paper on it in my ancient civilization class, and I had to deal a lot of like where we are now and like what the future looks like for technology and humans and, you know, like Earth.
A lot of AI implementations.
And a lot of it had to deal with like immortality. So like now, like the upper 1% of the world is trying to determine like how can I live forever, and with the technology that they allow us to see, you know, it's getting a little more possible every day, you know. it was an interesting book, to say the least, for someone who absolutely hates reading.
I love the wave tech. Have you looked into any of that?
No.
Not like wavelengths, but ocean waves, and like how they can use that to get electricity.
No, I've never heard anything like that. That's still too smart for me.
There's like many different types. Like there's a bunch of land docks that are made of concrete, and then off of them are like a spring. Like think of a huge shock that has a plate onto the water, and then that shock compresses, and they use that to harness the energy from the waves under the plate from going up and down. And then, but like the way they have it set up, the plates make more waves from waves coming in, so it just gets like gnarly as fuck in there, and they make pretty crazy power. And there's some in the middle of the ocean that they just like lay out like a blanket. It's pretty cool too. I'll send you some tech TikToks because I found that some incredible YouTubers that also have a TikTok kind of thing. Not TikTokers that have a YouTuber, which is usually a good sign. And bro is about it for just the new tech and stuff.
Whoa, way too cocky there. Judge Judy, I like that name.
MILF Mama for real. She's fair, bro. Realistically, methinks
I mean, she's Judge Judy. That's all.
she's the queen bee.
Yeah. King of after-school television. The queen.
I watched. Oh, what game show was on after school for me?
Prices.
What is it? Not Jeopardy, not Wheel of Fortune.
The Price is Right.
No. Ah, it's another big one though.
Family Feud.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been Family Feud.
With
Steve Harvey.
yeah. Sketchy man Steve Harvey. Give me a kiss.
He's weird. Like, he's gotten so famous that whenever he does interviews now, it's just like I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, man. Like, I know you like I
Your
know
show.
you grew up with a very humble life, but like I don't know. You're I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's definitely not.
Definitely a millionaire, but no way he's in the billies.
I mean, he's definitely has 9 figures. So, like, he's definitely hundreds of millions, but I just don't know by how much.
Same.
Friendly UAV on station.
But
Nice.
yeah, I don't know. Like I can only take the preaching so seriously when it's like you're almost at the point when you've been living your current life longer than your whole life. So just for lack of a better term.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV active. UAV ready to deploy.
Giga Chad. Oh, he's in the other corner.
Counter UAV standing by. Copy. Counter UAV. Hardpoint relocating. Copy. UAV is on station. Hardpoint relocated.
I executed Judge Judy.
Bingo fuel. RTV at this time.
I'm about to switch the stock on this Scar for real, bro. Like, it's twisted, but like, man, it's just when I'm walking, it's just wop, wop, wop. She bobbles. Just twerking in my face for real.
Enemy personnel at the hard point. Location updated. Get to the hard point.
I hate being flashed because it takes me like 20 seconds to get a hold of myself.
Yeah, for real. Even with Battle Hardened, it's like, here's an 18-second white screen. But then without Battle Hardened, it's like, here's a fucking 36-second.
Here's a seizure.
Yeah, literally. Here's an epileptic episode.
Yeah, that's
Literally a on-screen seizure warning before you get flashbang.
Friendly cruise missile deployed. Hardpoint relocated. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Copy. Counter UAV is blocking enemy recon. Counter UAV off.
Kobe. Rip.
oh no. Ah,
Hitting the next hard point. Get ready.
Holy shit, their whole team's right there.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Run into it. Aw.
UAV ready to deploy. UAV ready for tasking. Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh.
The mission is complete. Well done.
So free. Almost just hit a triple.
Personnel at the hard point.
Hmm.
Hard point compromised.
Kids like DE will ruin sniping for like people that actually snipe. I don't know, an honest opinion.
Inside the perimeter.
Oh, thanks for stealing my kill, bro.
Enemy personnel at the hard point. UAV standing by.
Dad Castle.
Copy that. UAV online. Friendly
Good
counter
name.
UAV is on station.
Girth Brooks.
Hard point compromised.
I feel like I've seen
The
it.
area.
but-
Locating the next hard point. Get ready. We've lost the lead. Be advised, UAV is exfiltrating.
Who's your favorite actor coach of all time?
Enemies inside the perimeter.
For what?
A sports film or show or movie or whatever.
Like a fictional coach?
Yeah.
Personnel at the hard point.
I mean,
Hostile
I'll
UAV
do
in the
like
area.
3, not in any particular order. I feel like one's kind of.
Enemies
I feel
inside
like
the perimeter.
I feel like the
Hostile
kid,
counter-UAV
Gordon
overhead.
Bombay,
W opinion.
just an incredible coach.
Cocaine demon.
DUI. Starts to change his life around involuntarily. And yeah,
Good guy. He was filthy at the puck though, so I can't discredit him.
yeah, he was filthy. Just, you know,
Good eye for the game too.
couldn't handle the pressure in any games, you know.
He knew systems, bro. I'll give him that. The flying V.
Yeah. Who else? I'm trying to think of some movies here. I don't know if you've seen this movie, but Coach Carter with Samuel L. Jackson. It's he just like it's some poor neighborhood with, you know, crime. And, like, just cast it. It's a really good movie. Oh, and then I feel like this is my number one, but I have to go Herb Brooks. I mean, he beat Russia.
He beat Russia. He did. I'm gonna go Coach Bombay. Honorable mention Herb Brooks because can't leave him out of your list. Really, he's got to be top 3. Can't really argue that. He did the best impression. Oh, he's honorable mention though. Number 2 is the Letterkenny Don Cherry when he was coaching.
Yeah,
He's a fucking awesome actor. I love him.
yeah, it's great.
And then the best coach on film that I've ever seen in my life. It's gotta be Coach Marty Daniels, Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Or literally has just like a
What a show.
banging wife, doing coke all the time. Just he's a beauty, teaching life lessons to the boys.
Yeah,
Has a heart attack, but still shows up. Like what a guy. He's the goat.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know who let them make that, but thank God.
Spike.
Dude, shout out Spike.
Like, do you remember 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah,
Why is that a show?
I hated watching it because it was just
Gore, cringy. Like they really think of the most. I could think of 1,000 Ways to Die that are just more, I guess, less entertaining to watch. But
I don't know if this guy was alive or they were just eating his body, but like this guy's house was so bad that like there were maggots. Just all, I was just like,
I don't want to imagine that. I've seen a few of the episodes where it's just terrifying and gross.
yeah, I just don't like it. So but I have watched it.
It's just shock value for real.
Yeah,
fucking Spike TV. Just screams Meta Militia t-shirt and like two-stroke dirt bike in the back of your truck.
Oh yeah. And the back would be like GMCs.
Yeah.
Location updated. Enemy UAV active.
Dude, I continue to see like no good cars on campus. Like I think the nicest car I've seen is a
Hardpoint
BMW.
compromised. Secure
Damn,
the
no one's
area.
flexing. Well, it's also winter right now, so maybe they're in the garage.
In the summer, I was like I just hear a lot of bad like Nissans and fucking
Hostile VSOL in the area.
like what people think are good BMWs.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Basically, rifles and that too, but
Counter
I
UAV
feel like
ready.
in the summer too. I just
No!
like international.
Personnel at the hardpoint.
The international students are the ones who fucking have the $300,000 cars.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Yeah. Just need it for school, dad. And there's like their oil money allowance.
My brother went to Brock. He would see like some ridiculous cars because like a lot of international students went to Brock.
U of T.
I mean, forget it. One of my cousin goes to Ryerson. He was telling me about some of the like kids and shit. They'll just
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
they'll just impulse buy like $1,000 Raptors tickets like the night of.
Secure the area.
Like
Jesus.
just kind of shit like that. I was like, yeah. I mean, you go to school in downtown Toronto. Like,
Be ready for tasking.
and my cousin's family is in no like my mom's sister. They're in no way whatsoever poor. And for them, like for him to go like, yeah, these guys have fucking money, or their parents have fucking money. It's a lot.
That's facts. When people with money be like, yo, these guys got money, it's like, oh shit.
Like, thank God I don't have to like see people like that. It just make my blood boil. As a poor person, as like a middle class person, it's like, oh man, I wish I had money.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh. Oh, there's a 4-man on the other team.
To base.
They all have a minute on the hard point. What a disgrace.
Oh my God, that's a job for one person.
Real. Dude, if we get embassy one more time, I'm gonna go eat food. Even worse. Okay, I'm hop off.